By the end of this video, your CT sides in Counter-Strike 2 are going to be much better because I'm going to give you my professional advice on what you need to do in order to understand reactions and ways to take map control based on what the T side is doing, because this game is all about reactions and making sure that we are positioning ourselves in the best places possible. And many of you, especially at low, mid, and even level 10, are just not understanding what you should be doing based on what the other team is presenting to you, right? So we're gonna get your CT side stronger, but first I have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video. The sponsor of today's video is SkinPlace, a site where you can instantly and safely sell skins for real money. It really only takes seconds. To get started, you need to log in via Steam. Choose the skins that you want to sell. Next, choose a withdrawal method. Currently available are Visa and MasterCards, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and balance on site if you plan to withdraw money later. Enter your wallet number and do not forget to use my promo code CoJoMoCS for a 3% bonus on your first sale. When you have filled in the gaps, click Receive Money Viola. The funds will arrive in your account soon. I left the link to SkinPlace in the first comment. Have some good sales. Alright guys, so like I said, I'm CoJoMo. I'm going to teach you guys what to do from my professional advice. We're going to use Dust 2 because I think it's a perfect map to showcase this push and pull that Counter-Strike is. And one thing I want you to think about is no matter what map you are playing, the T's have to take control somewhere. And we are generally always going to be outnumbered if they want us to be, right? So what does that mean? If the T's want to do a heavy long take, they're going to have the number advantage if they are sending 4 people out there, right? It's very not feasible for the most part to have 4 players long. There is setups you can do like that, but then they could just react if they see you. And, you know, we'll get into the flip side of things today, but in general, the T's are always going to have the number advantage, right? So how do we take care of this on the CT side to make sure that we can actually win rounds, right? Because at the end of the day, the T's have to plant the bomb. They have to win the round by playing the objective, and we can win the round by picking them off and preventing this, right? So if we're CTs and say we're doing like a delayed long take, right? I'm telling my teammates, hey, I'm gonna smoke doors here. Smoking doors, don't swing. I need one of you guys to molly blue. And then I'm gonna flash for you guys, flashing. And then we start hearing like 3 flashes coming over, smoke corner, multiple people scaling out here. I might be like, guys, yo, don't fight for this. This isn't our fight. I'm flashing, get out. So I flash, we get out, and what do? We take control of Cat, and we tell our mid player, get ready to fight mid with us. Why are we doing this? Because think about it. With the 4 T-side players out long, and maybe even somebody supporting them, this could be a 5-man default, especially in pugs and matchmaking. You see that quite a bit. With that space that they're taking, we're going to have maybe one player spotting this with an op. You know, you can have your opper sit here and spot this. If they get into pit, then, you know, literally just everybody leave and play from site and Cat. But we are taking control of the other side of the map so that we can, you know, split the map in half. And if there is a lurker, if there is somebody that's playing in mid here, well, we can clear them together with our number advantage. We have 2 guys swinging Cat at least. We have a mid guy fighting here. And then this is now a favorable fight for us. They are on the T side, but in that time that it takes them to take long and do all these things, we are now reacting based on the information that is presented to us and fighting the other side of the map. I use this example all the time on my channel, guys, but say I'm on the CT side and I'm like, guys, all 5 of them are out long and there's 5 dots on the radar. Well, if I'm a B player, this is what I'm thinking about. Oh, 5 players out long, I'm knifing out through tunnels, right? Make sure there's actually 5 guys out. And I'm either starting to flank mid or just going all the way around here, and I'm telling my teammates to delay, and now we have the space. If there's 5 guys out long, we love that, right? We love that, and you'll see that a lot in Faceit levels 1 through 8. Like, you'll see so many times where there is just 5 people blob somewhere on the map, right? So it's really easy to get that info at a low level, and there's no excuse if you're not understanding this concept, because all you have to do is listen to the comms and look at your radar, even if the comms aren't there, right? 5 players out long, our mid player should be squeezing the guys in here. And now the T's are purely contained to just long, right? Now they only have control from right here up to maybe, you know, if they throw a smoke and can cross, then they have sight, but we have them exactly where we want them. And guys, with Counter-Strike 2, it's no longer scary if they're throwing cross smoke and doing these things. Why? Because we can sit here, even if it's a good smoke, I threw a bad one, we can sit here and just nade the smoke. Boom, and fight together, do these things. We can throw defensive smokes on site to prevent the T's from having good fights on us. We can throw that smoke up here and play new angles. We can sit up here and shoot them from above and, you know, play around these boxes. sit here and do this, have teammates flash behind us, right? So this push and pull, it seems scary as a CT, right? It's like, why would we give them the space that they want? Well, because they're committing way too many people to it. Now, on the flip side, guys, say we're doing that long take that I showed you at the beginning of this video, right? We're going here. I'm like, late take, guys, wait at corner right here. Wait there, don't swing. Oh, we don't hear anything. Okay, flashing again. Boom, we get that control. And now we know nobody's here. We took the space that they are giving us. If the other team is going to give you space, for the most part, take it, right? On a map like Dust 2, long is actually just as important as middle. Having this control and getting a player into pit area and doing these kind of things, or boosting someone up blue here, playing close, is so valuable. And whoever generally wins this long fight has the best chance of winning the round, unless the T's are just going into straight up B exec or mid to B, whatever it may be. But a lot of players on CT side generally just ask me, like, how can I get better? And I tell them, you're playing way too standard. You're playing right into what the other team wants you to do. If there's 4 T's running out long and they're throwing 10 flashes at you and 20 mollies and smokes, they want you to be there, right? They want to take these fights. This is the fight that they are taking. They don't want you to have somebody that runs up mid based on the info and start squeezing them in like this, right? So it's so many CTs. The reason they struggle, and I struggle too sometimes, and I'm not feeling confident, not feeling good, is because you're playing exactly into what the T's want. And I know that it's not as simple as 4 guys are out long every round or 5 guys are out long, but we can start taking calculated risks. If our teammates are saying, guys, it's a heavy long take, well, you know, as a solo player, I might want to take this little risk and get myself into a good spot in lower tons. And I could be like, hey, can we clear upper B? I have my B guy walk through and we clear this. And if we're really bold, you know, we try to take the fight if there's a guy out here. But we just get this space. Now we know, hey, nothing in tons right now. We have the space. All right, the B guy can rotate off, and now I'll be this pivot point that picks up tons and also can spot cat if needed, right? I'm here in this pivot point to literally win the round for our team. These are the plays that you're not making, and it's really tough for you, right? It's extremely difficult. Now, I do want to talk about what we need to do on the T side, but if you found this video helpful so far, hit that subscribe button and, you know, help me out, help me grow. So on the T side, it's just as important to understand this information and understand where the CTs are trying to play for. Say we're, you know, going to try to take long, we're going to feel it out, and the CTs start dumping all of their utility. They're mauling doors, they're mauling blue, making it really hard for us to get out because they're flashing, throwing maybe even their own lurk smoke. And we recognize that, hey, there is a lot of people out here. Or maybe we even have our entry run out and say, guys, there's 4 long, and he dies, doesn't get a single kill, but he gets that info. Why is this so good for us? Because all these guys that were about to enter out long, and maybe even the flasher, can then instantly pivot based on the reaction that we're trying to do and the info given to us, and start running down mid to go mid to B. There's 4 guys that are playing towards long. We are just going to take this risk and run out mid to B, smoke this, you know, wait for it to pop, and start sprinting towards B. This is such a common reaction and something that players that are, you know, higher level do every single time. Or again, if there's a B lurk, they also utilize their B lurk. Say they're trying to get out long with like 2 or 3 people. The guy's screaming, there's 4 long, there's 4 long. The B player starts to lurk out a bit and take these calculated fights. You know, maybe he sees him backside, maybe he doesn't even kill him right away. He just really puts this pressure, and now you got a guy pressuring from tunnels, you got teammates running out through mid, and these reactions are just very solid. And I get that when you're in pugs and matchmaking, your teammates aren't always going to be able to understand this stuff, but when you're queuing with teammates, when you're playing with people you know, or just get some really good randoms, these are some very good reactions that you can call on the fly. You can say this stuff, and you know, it's not impossible to make it work. It's very hard to get the coordination and teamwork with random players, but I've seen it happen. I've been able to call inside of pugs and games and have it work just great. So always play off information, always play a dynamic and unique game. Go in with a game plan, but be able to adjust. And yeah, you guys will be set. Make sure to check out the other videos on my channel. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. We're going to keep grinding, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Let's keep it up.